So what we now have here is the Microsoft Surface RT. It's a dynamically well-designed product using what they call magnesium alloy. I think that's what it's called, a vapor mag. I think that's what the name is. It's very sleek, it's very light, and it's been built with solid construction. Now this particular model is a 64 GB and it's actually got the tactile keyboard as well attached to it. There is a soft touch version as well, but this is the touch, I think this is the type version. I get confused between the different models. Anyway, what you will notice here, it is absolutely stunningly sleek, and looking at the different profiles, what you have at the top over there is the power button on the top right, and at the back is the kickstand, which can be opened and shut with the flick of a finger gesture on the left hand side of the actual tablet. Now it stands pretty well, and there's only one position to it, but that's good enough if you want to actually type and use your tablet along with the keyboard. Now on the right hand side of the actual tablet is where you have the USB peripherals, and the Windows logo button over there is really what is your home button, and you can use that to reactivate your screen, or if you wanted to go and see all the different tiles, that's where you would actually go. Now the tiles by themselves, as you can see, are all dynamic. The content is actually changing, and that's provided you're connected to the internet. Now this is remarkably different from what you typically see in an Apple device, where or even an Android device, where the tiles are just very static and nothing really happens. I think this is a great user experience, which Microsoft should be given full credit for. The other thing you'll notice is that in this particular tablet, everything slides from left to right, and it is so fluid. I mean, like, if you really look at the way in which the rendering is happening, you don't see any delay whatsoever. So once you click on the Internet Explorer icon, you notice that, well, I don't actually have internet connectivity, but it's so easy to actually connect. You just swipe from the right, and then you click on settings, and then you click on the Wi-Fi logo, and there you go. You see a list of available networks. You then select the available network, click connect, and that's it. And basically once it authenticates, you should be able to go through. Now this is because you see the screen because I'm actually in a hotel room at the moment, so it's just validating against the hotel's network. But boom, once that validation is done, you're into your actual IE page. And now here what's happening is, they've defaulted it to Bing, but I'm sure there's a way you can customize it to connect to some other service provider. I think it's just a matter of changing what your home page setting is on the browser. So I'm now using the keyboard, and really what I'm doing is I'm just keying in the name of a particular website I want to go to. So let's just say it's Sydney Morning Herald, and once you do that, it immediately pops up a list of available sites. I think the internet is a bit slow here, but it loads up pretty well. And there you go. As I'm scrolling up and down, you can notice the whole page has actually been captured, even so there's no how would you call it, trickle feed of information on the page for rendering. I clicked on the other other link, and there you see again, it's pretty instantaneous. And if you move again to the right, you click on the Windows Home button, and there you come back home. And here I've just launched OneNote app, and moving from left to right is what you will see is that you can actually multitask, and at the same time you can bring in all the different applications which you have. Now the PC settings section obviously has a whole bunch of stuff, one for personalization, so you can personalize your home screen layout, etc. And even on the lock screen, you can specify what information you want. You can change the colors, the themes, etc. And obviously if you want to change your account picture, you can do that too. Now interestingly, this tablet allows you to add multiple users. That's unheard of in most tablets in the market today. And in terms of sharing content, you can enable what applications you want to share the content with. At the same time, look at the devices. Because of the Wi-Fi, it actually picked up my Bravia TV, it picked up my wireless printer, and I don't need AirPrint anymore. I don't need to have a specific printer just to print content from my tablet. Obviously, it also picks up my media server, so I can stream videos straight into this tablet. Now, if I go back again to the Wi-Fi section, you'll notice that there's this element, control element for getting your VPN connections. So you can activate your VPN connection if you do have one set up, and I do in this case, but I don't think I'll activate that for the purposes of this review. But it's good for you to know that this capability is actually built into the actual tablet. So there you go. Once you select on it, you can see the connection button. Now, the tablet by itself, you can zoom out of all the icons. You can zoom back in for the standard view, and you can see that they're just lovely. Now, you can choose to move either one of your icons by just touching it and then dragging it at the bottom, so that way you can rearrange the icons as you like them. Now, I've actually bookmarked a few icons. These are basically all the news icons, the news providers. So I put in, like, for example, Fast Company. Now you'll notice that all the content actually moves from left to right. That's typically how all the built-in apps or even the app specific for the RT tablet actually work. The content moves from sideways left to right, and once you click on whatever you've bookmarked on your start menu, you actually open up an IE page where you can actually go in and see your content. Now, if you wanted to share this content, you just click on from the right bezel towards the left inwards, and you'll actually be able to do share content. Now, this is where I'm going to the desktop mode. In the desktop mode, you'll notice that there are native Microsoft applications. It's important to know these are native. These are not your 2-bit workaround applications. So we've got native Excel, Word, PowerPoint, and this is very, very handy for those of you who want to use this tablet for a bit of work or even a bit of schoolwork. And it's a full-fledged Office 2013. As you can see, when you buy the tablet, it actually gets the preview version, but then once you connect to the internet, it'll actually upgrade to the full version. So this is something which is very important for all of you to note. Now, I'm just zooming in to show you that the control panels are all as you would see them on the full application, and believe me, this is the full application. No other tablet in the market actually gives you a full native Microsoft Office. So I'm loading up the Word, and again you can see all the standard templates. I think very shortly I'll also open up the PowerPoint one for you guys to actually have a look at how robust the built-in software suite from Microsoft is. This alone for me is a deal maker for me to actually keep this tablet and also to use it. Now, one of the key things you'll notice about this tablet is the color combinations, and the colors are really, really nice and bright. There's also a search feature, and the search feature allows you to search content within a specific application or search across all your applications on the tablet. Now, again, back to the start screen. What I'm going to show you here is, I guess, some of the different buttons on the keyboard. So if you do the standard Windows Alt Tab, you can flick through all your different open applications. Of course, you can also do multitasking by touching the screen, but in case you do have the keyboard attached, this is one way you can do it. If you press the Windows icon on the keyboard, you will actually come into viewing your actual start screen. Now, an interesting thing is you have a mechanism here whereby you can actually split the screen into a 1/3 view. So you can do multitasking. You can have two applications open at the same time. This is pretty unique, and you can do it on the left or the right of the screen. Moving an application down from top to bottom actually closes the application, if you have set up the application to work in the background, then obviously as part of your home lock screen, those applications will still work on the background even though you have shut them down. Now I'm going to open up the Kindle application. And the Kindle application by itself has again been tailored for the RT tablet, and these are all the books, for example, which are in my library. If you click on any one of these books, you will actually notice that the content actually gets rendered pretty nicely as well. A lot of the content providers have already started providing content. So you've got Vimeo, you've got Netflix, and you've got Box for the cloud. I mean, obviously RT comes with its own cloud. You again have logos set up over here on the start menu to access your Microsoft Office product suite if you want. At the same time, there is a Bing news feed service as well, which comes in built in. Now you can actually search for different content within this particular search capability within the Bing news feed. So as an example, I think let me actually now try and do a search on Barack Obama to see what the latest news is. And believe me, the way in which all the inbuilt applications have been integrated within the Microsoft RT is quite phenomenal. The layout, the way in which the images render, the content by itself is been very well presented. I think it's a novel way of also surfing the web. So once anyway you look at the main titles and you click through it, the articles open up within your IE page, and that's basically it. Now if you go and click on share as an example, these are the available applications. So I've just gone and selected this particular article and said I wanted to share this on Twitter. So it opens up on Twitter, I key in whatever I want to, and I click share, and presto, the article is actually posted on Twitter. You can do the same you can also share these articles also on Facebook. So you don't really need a Twitter or a Facebook app, people. That's a very important piece of news. People have been complaining that there's no native Facebook app, but you don't actually need it, because Facebook and Twitter is actually integrated within the people contact management software, and once you've set up the accounts over there, you can actually share this content anywhere you want. So I'm going to spend the next couple of minutes just surfing on the tablet, so that you guys get a feel of what kind of functionality there is and how quick the browser responds, and to also show you that the Internet Explorer browser is very capable. Although we typically hate it on the desktop environment, the adaptation of the browser on Surface RT has been quite well done. Now I'm going to just quickly open the Bing Maps. Bing Maps, obviously, it's picking up my location, and right now I am in Bangkok for a couple of days. So the app by itself is pretty accurate. When I zoom into the actual street level, it's pretty much where I am. I'm actually on that particular street, staying at one of the hotels there, and it's phenomenal. Now obviously, like every other map application, you have the satellite view as well. So I am going to go and switch on the satellite view for you guys to actually have a look at how well or rather how accurate the aerial view is of the city. So there you go. Again, it doesn't fail to disappoint. Pretty stock standard map application. I don't think there's a Google Maps for the Windows RT, so you have to rely on the version from Bing Microsoft. And again, going back through the different tiles, again I'm launching a bookmark. This is a Singapore Airlines bookmark which I've saved, but you can save it as a tile icon. So again, when you launch that, again it goes into the native Internet Explorer browser. As you now see over here that I've even got a Zinio application. The Zinio store obviously has content specifically tailored for the Surface RT, which is good. Now I'm just sort of browsing through that app for you, and as we go through, you'll notice there's a Vimeo app as well, and Vimeo obviously plays it in high definition as well. So on a 16:9 screen layout factor, this is a pretty impressive display. Although it's not a Retina display, Microsoft have put in a very high quality screen, and the color saturation as well as the level of detail and the level of black dark colors is quite impressive. So I'm just loading up this app. Now you notice that the content below the status bar is actually moving away quite quickly, and I'm going to play this video. I'm going to pump up the volume so that you get a feel of it. Stereo speakers both on the left and right of the Surface RT. I'm going to try and zoom into the actual video image so that you see the quality of the actual screens. Audio, unfortunately, I've muted it because I'm doing the voiceover now in terms of the my actual commentary on this particular review. But from a video perspective, you can see how crystal clear these images are, and that should satisfy the needs of anyone who wants to watch any movies, whether it's streaming or via a USB drive or any XDSC card or anything stored on your local hard drive. Now I'm going to go into I guess the next stage of the review is to show you exactly what happens when you go into the file management section. So if you go to the file management section, you can see you can access your video, your music, etc. If you actually plug in a USB drive into this device on the right, you will actually be able to see your content again over here, and the tablet actually allows you to do file management, so this is quite impressive as well. I'm now going to show you a pretty cool and unique feature of Windows Surface RT tablet. This is the handwriting recognition, and this handwriting recognition software, which is built into the keyboard application, can be accessed into any app within the RT. I'm just scribbling now on my stylus, and believe me, the ability to recognize text is absolutely amazing. I mean, I was quite surprised when I first stumbled on this quite by accident. I mean, if you look at all the other tablets or the competitors in the market, they allow you to write, but the conversion into accurate text is either not there or it is very, very limiting. This, I think, will be an excellent tool for people who want to use the tablet to actually capture notes and then have it in an editable format, which is basically text. Now if you look at the way I'm writing over here now, it's just the average writing style which I have, and obviously it's not that great, but look at the ability of the software to actually recognize this text. Brilliant, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to wrap up with a quick and final summary review of the Microsoft Surface RT and why you should go get it. I mean, really speaking, this is an awesome little tablet, and I'm going to quickly go through over the next few slides exactly why I think it's a great product, and if I've missed anything out in the earlier part of the review, it'll be covered over here. So basically, you've got a rock solid construction over there, and the tablet just feels good. It's got a built-in keyboard, kickstand, and of course the really good thing is it's got USB connectivity as well, right? And that means pretty much most of your USB hardware should actually work with it. Then of course the Bluetooth connects not just to speakers, you can connect it to your keyboard, to your mouse, and as well as to other file transfer Bluetooth enabled devices. You've got native Microsoft Office, you've got the ability to split the screens down to a third, either on the left or right. Then you've got the micro SD slot as well to expand your capabilities. Now obviously you've got multi-user account capabilities, which is awesome because that means you can have one tablet and share it across the entire family, and you have ability to print to pretty much any network printer or even a USB printer. And now you've also got ability to have a look at your own file system to sort of keep your files organized, which other tablets don't really allow. And then of course you don't really need applications for a lot of the social stuff like Facebook and Twitter because it's all integrated over there. The internet browser is obviously brilliant, and then you've got excellent handwriting recognition, which I showed you right towards the end of the demo. Now don't believe the critics, because look, I mean, really, it's a new tablet, it's out there for the first time. App Store is going to be, is going to gradually ramp up. The App Store is pretty decent. It's got all of the basic apps which I actually need, and of course, it's a pretty fast and zippy tablet in the end. Now, what's the really let down? I wish it had Java runtime. It's really handy if I did have it, but tough goes, right? I mean, you can't get everything in life. 4G version would have been great. I think for people who have very extensive VPN needs, this may be a bit of a letdown. All in all, I'm really happy. Hope you guys have fun. Let me know. Bye.